Hey everybody, I'm going to give it just about a minute for people to log on, so I'll get started in about 60 seconds. Okay, I think we are live and ready to go, so I'm going to go ahead and welcome you, first of all, to this marketing hangout. Some of you are on here because your consultant or your director invited you on this to learn more about owning your own business with Mary Kay. So I'm really excited to share with you a little bit about my story and what got me involved with it, and then just some facts about the business. So you may have zero interest. You may just be on here to support your consultant, and that is totally okay. I want to thank you so much for being on. There will be a passcode at the end that I will give you that you'll need for the little marketing survey, and that's going to enter you to earn the designer clutch. We're going to be doing those drawings on Saturday. So make sure to get the link for the survey from your consultant. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Katie Colson, and I'm 26 years old. I live in Greendale, Indiana. That's just outside of Cincinnati, Ohio, if you're not familiar. And I have been building my Mary Kay business for about 3.5 years, almost 4 years. And I completely am in love with my Mary Kay business. I am going to tell you a little bit how I got started. I'm going to take you way back. Okay, not way back, but way back to the beginning. I don't always tell everybody this part of my story. So I originally was introduced to Mary Kay when I was 19 years old. I had gone into David's Bridal, and I had tried on a wedding dress with one of my girlfriends. I was totally not engaged at the time. I was just dreaming about my future husband. But my name got entered into a bridal pampering package with Mary Kay. And this lady named Leah called me, and she offered me a free facial and makeover. I got together with her, and she taught me how to do 3 eyeshadows for the very first time. I had no idea what I was doing, but she taught me how to do my makeup. She also taught me, or told me, a little bit about the Mary Kay opportunity, and that she was that she used to be a 3rd grade teacher and had replaced her teaching job with Mary Kay, and was making a 6-figure income and driving a pink Cadillac and working from home. And I just really thought, yeah, right. Like, there's no way that you make that much money selling lipstick. So I was super, super skeptical about it, and I really just thought, she thinks I'm young and naive and is trying to talk me into something. But I decided to give it a shot. I bought a starter kit for $100 and had my first party, booked my first party. At my very first party, I did not book one single appointment, and I did not sell one single thing. So I got really nervous and thought, oh my gosh, I knew it. I knew this was a scam. I knew it wouldn't work. I knew my friends and family wouldn't buy this. So I quit right away. And I went on with what I was doing, which at that time I was in school to become a pastry chef. That's what I did before Mary Kay. I've always loved baking and cooking. So I went to school to be a pastry chef. Loved being a pastry chef. Making wedding cakes was one of my favorite things to do. And I was pretty successful at it. Had a couple really amazing jobs in the Cincinnati area and landed a really good pastry chef job at a country club. Well, I was there at that country club for a year and a half when, right after Christmas, that January, my hours were cut from 40 to 20. And just totally could not afford that in our budget. I ended up marrying that guy I was dreaming about. His name is Noah Colson, and he is my smoking hot husband. And we, anyway, I was working as the pastry chef. My hours were cut, and needed a way to make some extra money. Well, I had not spoken to Leah or heard from her or talked to her in 2 years, but we were friends on Facebook. And a total God moment happened. Right after my hours were cut, I had decided to go on this little trip with my best friend Rachel to this Christian conference down in Atlanta, Georgia. And at this point in my life, I was not a Christian anymore. I grew up going to church, but really just had been burned by other Christians in my life and didn't think I believed in God anymore. So I was kind of going to this Christian conference just to hang out with my girlfriend. She had moved away and I just wanted to spend time with her. But I was also in the back of my mind thinking, okay, God, this is my last Yahoo. If you're really real, you're going to have to prove it to me, which is so funny looking back now. That entire week, I had a small group while I was there, and my small group prayed for me that something would happen with my career, since my hours had just been cut, and that something would happen with my relationship with God, because I was very, very honest with them and told them that I was considering being an atheist. And that entire week they prayed for me, and I was still very skeptical the entire time I was there, and didn't feel like moved or changed, or didn't feel like I really knew who God was by the time I left there. But when I got home, literally 2 days after returning home from Passion, Leah Lachlan popped up in my news feed. And it just felt like a God thing. Like, man, I've been looking for a way to make that extra money since my hours have been cut. And she pops up in my news feed. What was even more weird about it was that Leah was in Atlanta, Georgia the same week as me for a leadership conference with Mary Kay. And I thought, how weird. We were in Atlanta the same week and now we're back home. So it was a weird coincidence, and it made me send her a message and say, hey, Leah, I know you probably don't remember me. I came into your unit for like a hot minute 2 years ago, and I never did anything. I never even really gave it a fair chance. I didn't go to my training. I didn't know what I was doing. And she's like, of course, I remember you. I ended up getting started. And the difference of the first time versus the second time was I just came in with a decision made. Like, I have watched Leah build her business. I've watched her earn new free pink cars every 2 years. I've watched her build this amazing life for her and her family. I know this business opportunity works. It is up to me to do the work so that I can have the lifestyle that I wanted. So I started Mary Kay for two main reasons: for the extra money and the flexibility. I loved being a pastry chef, but I really had to work a lot of holidays and a lot of weeknights and weekends, and I'm a big, big family person. So I love that Mary Kay teaches us to put our faith and our family before our career. So got started, and within 4 months of starting my Mary Kay business, I was working it very part-time. I was doing 1 to 2 parties a week, making an extra $400 or $500 a month. I had matched the income that I was making part-time as a pastry chef. I was doing Mary Kay 10 hours a week, my pastry chef job 20 hours a week, and making the same amount of money in both. And I thought, holy crap, what if I just worked Mary Kay 20 hours? I'd have a lot more time for my family, and I'd be making a lot more money too. So 4 months after starting Mary Kay, I did leave my pastry chef job. I picked up a little part-time nanny job that I worked for a year. And I really ran full force with my business. A few months after that, I debuted as a sales director within 8 months of starting my business, which is the top 2% of the company, where your team building commissions are tripled. In the very next month, just 9 months after restarting my Mary Kay business, had earned my very first free car, which was a big old deal for me because I had never had a car that had heating and air conditioning like in the same car. So if you've ever been there, I drove major clunkers. Actually, my very first Mary Kay meeting, the second time that I went to, my car broke down in the parking lot. I'll never forget that. So I'm very grateful for the car program that Mary Kay has, and I'll come back to that in a minute. Since then, in my almost 4 years with my Mary Kay business, I've earned a total of 4 cars now. I do drive that pink Cadillac. My unit and I just earned that this past spring, and it's been so fun to be a Cadillac unit. And I really, really love my Mary Kay business because of the choices that it's given my family, not only financially, but really the flexibility. There's a lot of careers out there that you can make really good money in, but you don't have flexibility. And then there's a lot of careers that you have a lot of flexibility, but you don't have the income. Mary Kay is a company where you can have it all. And that is what makes me really passionate about Mary Kay. So my highest commission check in 1 month was the month we finished Cadillac, and it was $11,850. At the age of 25, if you would have told me that I could make that kind of income in a direct sales company, I would have thought you were nuts, especially after the first time of giving up and quitting. So maybe you're somebody who is on this call who maybe you've tried Mary Kay before, or maybe you've tried another direct sale company before and you're thinking, it doesn't work for me, I've tried it. Well, the truth of the matter is, it doesn't work for you. You work for it. So I encourage you, if you've tried something before, give it another try. And I want you to ask yourself these questions. Did I give it my best? My best? Did I go to every training that I possibly could? Did I use the words and the scripts that my director or my mentor or leader that she taught me to use? Because guys, we have phenomenal training in Mary Kay, and we can teach you the skills of this business. It's not hard to run a Mary Kay business. We pretty much teach people how to wash their face for a living, and then we teach women how to build successful businesses. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about the 3 biggest reasons that women get started in Mary Kay. So the first one is money and cars. So how do we make our money? Well, there's 2 ways that we make money. We make money off of the product, and then we make money when we step into leadership. So off the product, what I love about Mary Kay is every single person in the entire company makes the same off the product. We all make 50% commission. That's the highest in all of direct sale companies. I love the 50% commission. Then as you bring other women into the company and you train them and you teach them how to be successful, the company sends you a bonus from them for stepping into leadership and training and teaching someone else. So it's not a pyramid scheme because we're not taking anything away from our team members underneath of us. We're paid a bonus on their success. So we really want you to be successful in your Mary Kay business. Okay, so the next thing is the cars. There are really free cars that you can earn. I'm living, breathing proof. And I really thought that this was some like pie in the sky thing, like, yeah, right, they give away cars. It probably is only to their top sales force. You probably have to devote your life to Mary Kay to earn a free car. I earned my first car in just 9 months and doing 2 parties a week, working about 10 to 12 hours. And that has been proven again and again and again that you can earn a car in Mary Kay in less than a year, just working it very part-time. So that is the first level of cars is a Chevy Cruze. You can pick it in white or red right now. You can also pick cash compensation. So if you already have a nice new car, you can take cash instead. It's $375 a month. Then the next level is called Premier Club. You can pick between a Toyota Camry or a Chevy Equinox. Those cars are black. If you don't want them, you can take $500 a month cash. And then the BMW, you can also take $500 a month cash if you don't want the BMW. And then the pink Cadillac, if you don't want the Cadillac, you can take $900 a month cash. So those are the cars. They do cover the majority of your tax, title, and insurance, which is phenomenal. And then the last thing that I wanted to tell you about is the beliefs of Mary Kay, the belief system. We have 2 big beliefs. One is faith first, family second, and career third. I love that you can live your life in that order. One of my biggest dreams when I started my Mary Kay business was to be able to stay at home with children when we have them. And that was a big reason why I started my Mary Kay business. My husband and I have found out that we have some fertility issues, so now one of my biggest whys for working my business is to pay for fertility or adoption. And I love that Mary Kay lets me live my life in that order. I also love that we live by the golden rule to treat others how you would like to be treated. That is one of our biggest things. I really thought that I would have to be like a pushy salesperson when I started Mary Kay, and I'm really, really grateful that I can just share the products that I love and share a business that I love, and naturally you're going to find people that want to buy your product and want to join your team. I wanted to go over some things that hold women back, and I think the biggest one is time. The biggest thing that holds women back is time. We are busy. We've got husbands and we've got kids. We've got houses to take care of and pets to take care of. We work, we go to school, a lot of obligations. I love that you can really sprinkle Mary Kay into little bits of time here and there and really be successful at it. If you're thinking today, do I have time for this? The answer is no, you probably don't. But don't you agree that we really make time for the things that are important to us? It takes me back to when I started dating my husband. I was working nights at the bakery and going to school all day during the day. I was hardly sleeping, but I totally fell in love. So I was willing to make time to date my husband. Your Mary Kay business could be the same. You probably don't have time for it, but when you fall in love with a reason and a vision for your life, I mean, what could a $100 starter kit do for you? Would you be able to stay at home with your kids? Could you make extra money very part-time and take your family to Disney? Could you have more freedom and flexibility? Could you earn a free car, travel the world, earn diamonds and trips? The possibilities are endless. All you have to do is take a chance. I think the second biggest thing that holds women back is fear. Just fear of failure, fear of trying something new, just not knowing if they'd be good at it. And what I'll say is you never know until you give it a shot. And I just want you to think of any job that you've ever had. Were you good at it on your first day? Did you know how to do it before you went to school or before you went through your orientation or your training? No. Mary Kay's the same way. We have Mary Kay University. We have your new consultant boot camp. We will teach you the skills that you need to know. We'll teach you how to network, how to talk to people, how to get bookings, how to do makeup, how to teach others about skincare and makeup, how to build a team. You wouldn't be on your own. So I encourage you, if you've heard anything today that sparks your interest, and maybe you're thinking about starting a Mary Kay business, text the consultant that invited you to this and say, hey, I'm in, or I want more information. You also have a little survey to fill out when you're done with this. I'd love for you to fill that out. That is what is going to enter you to earn the designer clutch. And I'm going to go ahead right now and wrap up and give you the passcode. And the passcode for today is opportunity. You guys, this is an opportunity. And maybe today is not the day for you to start a business, but I hope that God planted a seed in your heart. You know, when I first heard about Mary Kay 2 years before I actually got started, it wasn't the right time for me. But gosh, I wish I would have started then anyway. It wasn't the right time for me, but definitely God knew what he was doing when he put Leah Laughlin in my life. And maybe, just maybe, God knows what he's doing by having you on this call today. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you got some good info, and I hope you have an awesome, awesome day. Take care.